Probably close, guys.
Yeah. All right. So thank you everybody for joining us. We meant to do this live and at level 2, but obviously the nature had other ideas for us. So Patrick has agreed to do this digitally so that we can keep content coming for small businesses and freelancers to help them as a part of our mission here at level 2. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce everybody to Patrick Keller from Crest Point. Is it Crest Point Real Estate, Patrick?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right, and he's got an office right downtown Plainfield. So thanks, Patrick, and I will let you take it from here.
No problem. Yeah. I'm super excited to do it. Guys, so like SEO and Google AdWords is the topic today. I've got a PDF presentation that I am happy to shoot to you guys after this is over. SEO optimization and Google AdWords, it can be very complex. It can take up all of your time if you own a small business. Or you can get help to do it. So my objective today is to teach you what it is, give you some surface level and some like nerd out stuff that you can do on your own websites if you know how to do it and you know how to get in there. And if you can do it all yourself, that's awesome. You'll obviously save some money and then get some results. I'll teach you how to do as much as I possibly can, but also after it's over, just know that I'm here as a resource and also introduce you to some other people at the end. So I'm going to share these slides. I'll also, like I said, I can email you these slides after it's over. If you guys just want to shoot me your email address, my email is patrick@crestpointindy.com. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and get this thing started. Okay, so let's talk about search engine optimization versus Google pay-per-click. Obviously speaking, this is when people go online, just try to explain it like a 5th grader here for a second. Like when people go online and go to google.com and type in your service, and they type in the geographic description. They may not even type in a geographic description. They might just say, looking for accountants, blank, that's it. Looking for accountants in Plainfield, looking for accountants in Indianapolis. And you obviously want your website to be in the top of those results so that you get more traffic. And so both of these things, SEO and Google AdWords, will help your site rank higher in the search results. One is more immediate and one is a little bit more work, but free. And so we're going to compare the two. So let's talk about search engine. Well, let's talk about the difference. Obviously, SEO or search engine optimization in short is optimizing your website. So your company's website or a company that you manage's website, optimizing it to organically appear in the search results relevant to your website. Search engine optimization is free. I remember in high school, I had an economics teacher who always said there's no such thing as a free lunch, and he would say it like every single day during that semester. And he's right, search engine optimization is free, but it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of just due diligence on your part to make sure that your website is constantly evolving and there's plenty of content to attract people. That's what search engine optimization is. Google AdWords or Google pay-per-click is paid advertising using Google's platform to make your website appear in the search results relevant to your website. So you can actually pay Google to take keywords relative to what you do to make your website appear at the top of the search results. So let's do this. How about somebody, so I see a few real estate friends here. How about somebody who's not in real estate? Come off and just tell me, come off mute for a second and tell me what you do in your business. Like, what is your business? Just one person.
Director of a Chamber of Commerce and have only been in the job just a little under 90 days.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Nice to meet you, Rhonda.
Thank you.
So what somebody would do if they're looking for a local chamber of commerce in an area, you know, they would, and they want more information about it, they're going to go to Google. Oh, I gotta move this thing. There we go. They're gonna go to Google and they're gonna type in, let's just use Plainfield as an example, Plainfield Chamber, golly, I can't type, of Commerce. Now, so you all, Plainfield, you guys, the Chamber of Commerce in Plainfield, obviously is the only Chamber of Commerce in Plainfield. They also have a lot of really good content on their website and plenty of pages and interaction between the people who visit it and then the things that they put out. So they have an ideal optimized website for search engine optimization. And so Plainfield Chamber of Commerce lands first in the search results. Let me give you a little more specific example of where this works. A Chamber of Commerce generally is really geographically set. There's usually only one in one area. And so they are probably going to win and monopolize, I guess, the Google search results. So let's use another service like a accountant, for example, okay? When someone in a certain area is looking for an accountant or, you know, I know there's a financial planner in here. Let's just use that. Financial planner in Plainfield. If someone's looking for a financial planner in a certain area, you guys will see at the top here that these are ads. So that's not search engine optimization. That's not what we're talking about right now. But when people scroll down to look at other options, you're going to see a map here. We'll talk about that in a second. And then you're going to see non-paid advertisements, meaning sites that have been very well created, managed, have plenty of content and lots of interaction, who show up in the top of the search results for a Plainfield financial advisor. The reason these show up, we'll get into later, but they have really, really great websites with a lot of interaction and good meta tags. This is search engine optimization here. You do not see the word ad in front of the URL. So these folks have a really good website. They've optimized their website to land at the top of the search results. So that's an example. And then we talked about Google AdWords and what those are. Let's talk about SEO in more depth first, okay? SEO is the practice of just including as much content on your site as possible, and that content has the potential to improve your site's visibility to search engines and their users. So basically, in other words, it can help your site show up more often in relevant searches. So if you're thinking about improving your site's SEO, you want more traffic to land on your website, the most important thing is that you want to make sure that writing on your website is clear, helpful, and descriptive, okay? You need to explain your topic and your service in very simple, easy to read language, and try to include words that you think a user might search for when they're looking online for what you offer. All right, and I'm going to help you guys with this. You guys write a little note down here, take a note on your computer. There is a free keyword tool out there called WordStream. And there's actually 100 keyword tools out there, but I like WordStream because it's free and you can get on there. So if you guys are building up your website now and you just got started, and or you've had a website for a really long time, but you want to take this time maybe that we're spending at home a little more often to really optimize it and get out in front of people, you can use a keyword tool like this to make sure that you're including these keywords in your website. And I'm going to show you what it is. So for the sake of just staying on topic, let's use financial planner here. If you go to wordstream.com or you go to google.com and just type in WordStream keyword tool, you will land on this website. And what you're trying to do, or what you're trying to accomplish here, is find words that are going to draw people to your website, find relevant words. And so you could enter a keyword, and the keyword would really truthfully be like what your service is, what you do. So let's just stay with financial planner, because I know we have one here in our chat. You could put your service in here, financial planner. It's going to show a ton of popular keywords that are very, very successful related to financial planner. And the first keyword that has the highest search volume in Google is financial advisor. So you would want to make sure, if you were a financial planner, that on your website you have the phrase financial advisor somewhere, clearly written and nice, clear, easy to read text, and probably on a main page or on all of the pages of your website, depending on how the structure is. Also, wealth management is a very successful, highly searched term. So if you're a financial planner, you want to make sure the words wealth management are in your site somewhere. An example would be like frequently asked questions about wealth management, or how our wealth management can change your life. Something like that. And then here's other terms below that are successful keywords for wealth management. You can do this for anything. You can look up, we have real estate agents in our chat here. You can search the keyword real estate agent and find all of the popular keywords in Google. Now, just a pro tip. If you guys are going to start building out your sites for search engine optimization and you want these keywords to be on your site, I would give you the advice to make sure that it is geographically specific as well. All right, so if you're a Indianapolis-based real estate agent, you want to put Indianapolis realtor on your website everywhere you can, and make sure the content is specific, it's good, it's clean and easy to read. Because if you just put realtor on your website, if you just put financial planner on your website or wealth management on your website, just put chamber of commerce on your website, it's not specific enough, and Google's not going to know where to take people. So use this free keyword tool to help know what keywords are most used in your profession or your target audience. Okay, so that's a little bit about SEO. Let's keep talking about SEO. If you do include those keywords in your site copy, make sure that you're still talking to people that you hope will use your site, and you're not trying to trick Google into making your site more relevant, okay? In other words, cluttering your page with keywords that are successful is actually a really bad thing, because Google's gonna know that you're trying to trick its algorithm, and they'll actually like blacklist your site. They don't want your site up in the top of the search results because they know that you're just fishing for people. So do not take that list that you find on WordStream and copy and paste every single successful word and just slam it on the main page of your website somewhere. They'll think your page is deceptive and they'll ignore your site. So you have to make sure, if you're using those successful keywords, that it is valuable content. And like, again, a perfect example of that is like frequently asked questions, or commonly asked questions for our wealth management advisors, something like that. Okay, do not just slam these words all over the place on your website. Another really, if you guys have questions too, you guys can come off mute and ask me. But if you really want your site to rank up in search engine results without paying for anything, is you want to make sure that you have other websites linked to yours. So if you have a friend, or you know somebody who runs a blog, or if you have a client who reviews you and it's like they are your best client and they will put 5-star reviews everywhere. If you have other business associates that you partner with or you talk to a lot, anything in which there's another person or another website that talks about you a lot or wants to talk about you, you need to make sure that they link back to your website. The more often that you link back to your website or someone else does it for you, Google knows this, like they track traffic and they track where people are coming from. The more often you do that, the higher your page will rank in the search engine results, because Google notices that people find your content or your service very, very valuable. Now you can do this as well. Like you can obviously link back to your main website where you want people to land. You can link back to that through your own social media, right? Like every Facebook page that you have, every Twitter account you have, or Instagram or Snapchat, or like anything that you use, you can use those platforms that you also own to link back to the site. However, the more you have, the more links you have, the better. And you are going to have to ask other folks, or you're going to have to get your site featured as much as possible from some other person's website to get more search engine optimization from links. Hope that all makes sense. But basically, the more people that link to you, the better your search engine optimization is going to be. And you can create that yourself, but you also need some help from others. All right, let's keep talking about SEO. SEO, I'm going to talk about a little bit longer because it's more detailed and there's a lot that goes into it. A lot of people opt at the end of the day just to, like pay somebody to do it, but you can do it yourself. You really can, and you can get results over time. That's another thing I would say about SEO is it just takes time to build up search engine optimization. Okay, so I thought this would be helpful. Why do some sites have better organic search results than others? So when I typed in financial planner in Plainfield, why were those non-paid sites higher than the rest? Well, there's several things. There's more user interaction. So Google will see how much traffic a website gets, how many people visit it over a period of time. Every day, every hour, every week, they keep all that information. And the more people that visit the site and not only land just on the front page of the site, but like click on the About section and the Contact Us section and fill out a form like I want to subscribe to your newsletter, or I want to become a member of the chamber, or I want to hear more about wealth management, or I need a realtor. The more people do that, Google notices and they say, obviously this website is helpful, valuable, and people like it. So we're going to make sure that it ranks higher so more people can see it. Google really does value valuable content. Like they want valuable websites to be where people go, and they're always trying to weed out websites that don't have valuable content. So the more user interaction, the more traffic you have, the better. Obviously, to get more traffic, you've got to put your website out in as many places as you can. And then inside your website, you need things for people to do while they're there. You want them to be dancing around in your website as much as possible. I'm going to recommend a book to you guys when I finish to help you guys with that, because we're not talking about website building or digital marketing right now. We're just talking about SEO. Obviously, we talked about this, but why do those sites have a better search engine optimization than others? They have more sites linking to their page. Super crucial. They have more useful content. So what I like to consider useful content would be like blogs or frequently asked questions. That is really useful content. If all your website has, or videos, I should say, like videos explaining what you do on your website is really crucial. Testimonials, also very useful content. Because if all you have on your website is, hey, this is who I am, contact me, that's not very useful. People don't get a lot of value from that. They just may or may not, they'll probably land on your website, they don't see anything that they want, and they probably don't register, and then they bounce off. Google's going to notice that. They're going to notice the bounce rate, how often people go to your website and just bounce off. So you need as much useful content as you can. Blogs, videos, frequently asked questions, perfect examples of that. This is crucial and very difficult for small business owners unless you really time block yourself to do it. I've heard, like I went to a conference a few weeks ago from a guy who talked about this exact topic, and his strategy, he woke up every single day for 5 years and created content on his website in the form of a blog, a video post, something like that. And now his website, he has a service in Louisville. He's a business owner in Louisville. When someone types in his service, Louisville, he's the first one that pops up, and he doesn't pay a dime in Google ads because he did that for 5 years. So if you want to not pay anything other than time, you can do this. But the key is consistent content. You guys have to be on your websites and changing your websites quasi-frequently, all right? Not necessarily even changing them, but just adding valuable content, a blog, community-based articles. Here's what's going on in our community right now. Doesn't even have to be necessarily about your service, but about other people's services or what's going well in the community. Stories about successful people in the community or people that need our help. So just create as much content as you can that's consistent. That'll help you in your search engine optimization. And then we're going to talk about meta tags. This is where I'm going to nerd out for a minute. And if I completely lose you in meta tags, I might even lose myself. But if I completely lose you in meta tags, please do not worry. I'm giving you a little algorithm, not an algorithm, but like a formula to use. And or you can always hire these things out. And we'll give you a suggestion on that later. So a good website that has good search engine optimization has good meta tags. We're going to talk about meta tags here now. This is where you guys would want to take notes. If you love playing in your website and you love making it better every single day, meta tags will help you, and they'll help you pretty quickly. Okay, so there's a lot of website providers out there. Before I go into meta tags, I'll say this. Like you might have your website built through squarespace.com. You might have your website built through wix.com. You might have your website built through like godaddy.com. There are literally, I don't even know, thousands upon thousands of drag and drop or build your own website providers out there. You, inside of all of those custom built website providers, you have the opportunity to get in there, log into the control panel of your website, and change the meta tags of that website so that it ranks higher in the search results organically. Now, if you don't build your own website, if you have someone else who's built your website, like we do, you may or may not be able to change the meta tags of your website. You're going to have to ask your provider if they would like to do it for you, given this formula, or if you can get in there on the back end and do it yourself. You're going to have those conversations. So I can't show you, there's so many different website providers out there. I really can't show you how to use each and every single one of them or how to get into your own website without knowing really like your login credentials and all that stuff, which I don't want. But I will show you what we have and what we do and give you the formula for it. All right. So there's three different, now we're going to get into meta tags. There's three different types of meta tags that are included in every single page that's in your website. Your website is this, big ship, and there's little quarters in every single ship, and every single quarter is a page inside of your website. Every page has meta tags in them. Every page needs a good meta title tag and needs a good meta description tag. Meta keywords are an old school thing that people used to use to get their sites to rank higher in the Google results. Google got away with those because people were spamming those keywords like I told you about. You know, people just picked all these keywords and just spammed Google to try and get their search engine results higher. Google removed meta keywords. But every page you have access to, if you make your own website, is to, you can change the meta title tags and the meta description tags. All right. So an example of this, I'm going to go back and forth, but on our website, we can actually edit every single page on our website. And we can edit the meta titles and the meta descriptions of every single page on our website. You want to make sure that your meta title tag is under 73 characters and link. You want to make sure that it is unique. And so it is unique from other sites and your own website. So you want to make sure that your title tags on every page of your website, sorry guys, I'm nerding out here, but I hope this helps. Every single page on your website has a different meta title tag. It can't have the same thing on every site, or sorry, every page of your site. And you don't want it the same as your competitors either. And then it needs to be valuable content that people are searching for. So you guys know now, using this WordStream free keyword tool, this is what people are searching for in your business. You just need to make sure that the meta tags have these words in them as well. So perfect example. This is an example of our meta title tag. Our meta title tag on the home page of our website, just one page, is a geographical description, what we do, and our website. That's our meta title tag. Super easy. All right. I'm gonna give you guys the formula in just a second. Yeah. The meta description, describes what the page is. Has to be under 160 characters in length. You want to make sure that it's unique and it needs to be valuable content that people are searching for. And you have to have a call to action at the end, like register today, call us today, something like that. This is an example of the meta description of our homepage of our website. Indianapolis area real estate brokerage, IndyHomeExperts.com. View homes, photos, prices, and information of homes for sale in Indianapolis. All right, so that's what ours is. It's less than 160 characters, and it is using valuable, frequently used keywords that people will look for when searching for homes for sale. And again, meta keywords are not vitally important. So let me give you guys the formula now. If you can get into your website and change your title tags and your description tags on every single page of your website, or have someone do it, or hire a high schooler or something that you trust to do this if you don't have the time, you are going to get into every single page and edit it, and your title tag should look like this. It needs to have a geography descriptor followed by your service with a little dash, yoursite.com. So it needs to say Indianapolis area financial planner dash yourwebsite.com. Plainfield area hairstylist at plainfieldhairstylist.com. Gosh, one more. Plainfield area chamber of commerce at plainfield-in.com. I mean, these are just examples. That's what the meta title tag should look like. Remember, it needs to be less than 73 characters in length. Now the description tag can be longer, up to 160 characters. Plainfield area, your service dash yourwebsite.com. Now in the description tag, we can take it a little bit further because we can go up to 160 characters. John, I don't know how much time you allotted for me, but if you need me to hurry up, tell me. I forgot. Put a dash and then say view And then whatever your service is, view the rates, view our blog, view our photos, view our portfolio, view our, you could say view our testimonials, view our products, view our hair products, view our food products, view whatever it is. Be descriptive here and more. So like a perfect example of this would be ours, right? Geographical description and service right there. Our website right there. View what we have. Homes, photos, prices, and information of homes for sale in Indianapolis. The only thing that we're missing here is a call to action. Register today. Call us today. Subscribe today. Okay? Don't forget that you need a little call to action at the end of your meta description. So you guys can do this on your own website if you can just learn how to edit the meta title and meta descriptions of your website. When you do this, it automatically updates your site, refreshes it, and your site will start to appear more often in the search results organically. It's going to take time. And so that's my conclusion really quick on SEO, is that it takes time. You have to consistently create content, and you have to consistently find people and also create other content that links back to your website from other websites. Tips would be just daily blogs, community snapshots, how-tos. Just a quick tip, not specific to SEO, but guys, we have found in our business that if you just tell people how to do what we do on their own, it's very valuable. Now that sounds counterintuitive, because you're thinking, why would I want to give my product away for free? Well, if you can tell folks how to do something, you're empowering them, and they know and realize that you truly care about them and you're trying to provide valuable information to them. And so they are likely to hire you when they need help. So how-tos are awesome ways to get higher SEO and rank up higher in the search results. Why your service, etc. So you need to be finding consistent content to be putting in your website that is these things: a blog, a snapshot, how to, or why your service is awesome. My conclusion on SEO is do it if you can. This brings you free website direct traffic that you did not have to pay for to your site. The only cost is really your time and the learning curve. So definitely utilize SEO. Okay, I'm going to switch gears. This one's actually a little bit faster. It's not as complex, but man, it's done so many good things in our business and many other businesses that I know of. And that's Google AdWords, or pay-per-click. A lot easier to explain, a lot less work, but more investment on your end as a business. Google AdWords is simply that: advertisements that you have to pay for. Okay? They allow businesses and website owners like you to bid on the chance to show an ad next to search results as on google.com right when people are looking for what you have to offer. You only pay when someone clicks on your ad, and it gives you the opportunity to be noticed by a wider audience online immediately. And you can tweak your ads at any time to reach a specific group of people. So when I first started using Google Ads with my business several years ago, I was managing it myself. This wasn't an option for me. At that time, you couldn't actually target interest. You just had to put in random keywords that you think people would use looking for your service, and then pay for those keywords every single time someone clicked on them. It's changed now. Google knows everything about us, and they know what our interests are because of where we visit online. And now they can actually target keywords to people that express interest in your services. That would be good for any of you guys right now. I know pretty much all of what you guys do for a living now, be good for any of you. to be able to target people specifically that want your service and have them know and hear about you on the Google network. This immediate, how quick it is can be a great resource for small companies who can't frequently update their SEO to reflect sales, promotions, or seasonal changes. This is the easiest, fastest way to get traffic to your website. It's just going to cost you some money. There's a lot of words in here, but I wanted to give you guys as much as I could here. The other cool thing about Google Ads is that it gives you the option of promoting your business outside of Google search. So if any of you guys use apps on your phone, that was a really dumb question. We all use apps on our phones. When you guys are on apps that are on your phone that are free apps and you didn't pay for them, generally you'll see little advertisements at the bottom of that app or a top, or it'll flash an advertisement in front of your face and you have to watch it for 3 seconds and then you can swipe it and continue using the app. That is the Google Display Network. That is Google pushing your advertisements into other apps and channels other than just the Google search results. You'll also see, like when browsing on other websites, you'll see these little boxes on the right or left-hand side that has a little ad relative to what you are interested in. That's the Google Display Network. So a nice combination between just search results and Google Display Network can get you more traffic to your website quickly. Now, quick little tip here. A pay-per-click ad doesn't have the same results as SEO. It may have better, like you might get more traffic, but it doesn't do the same thing. And it's not going to improve your organic search rankings. And I know that sounds counterintuitive to what I said, because I said if people find your website content more valuable, or they're visiting your website more, it's going to bump you up in the search engine optimization. That's not actually true, because when people click on a Google ad, they are actually like sent to, I don't want to say like a fake version of your site, but they are sent to your site, but Google only notices that they were sent to the paid advertising link. And so it doesn't really necessarily give you credit for getting visitors to your site for search engine optimization, if that makes sense. So it's not going to improve your organic search rankings. It's only going to get, you're burning and churning as many people to land to your site as possible, just using these ads. It's super flexible. You can grab a lot of attention from people online in a quick amount of time and in moments that matter. And the moments that matter are the exact moment that they're searching for a business like yours. That's a super important moment. One quick tip here. Google PPC advertising has recently, because of coronavirus, has become cheaper because a lot of companies are pulling back their advertising spend right now. You all have heard of companies that are laying people off right now. Not only are they laying people off, but they're pulling back their advertising budgets because they're just trying to hold on to cash until this all blows over. Well, that is an amazing opportunity for you right now to invest in Google pay-per-click, because the way pay-per-click works is the more competition there is on a keyword like Indianapolis Financial Planner or Indianapolis Realtor or Indianapolis Chamber of Commerce or Indianapolis Hairstylist or any of those keywords that are really, really popular. The more competition there is for a keyword, the higher the price. I can give you an example. There was a time that we would pay $6 or $7 for a lead to just click on an ad, a Google ad, and come to our website, a person to do that. It got to the point to where real estate is always incredibly competitive, but it got to the point last year it was incredibly competitive where it would cost us anywhere from like $25 to $30 for someone just to click on that ad to land on our website. And then you're crossing your finger that your website is built correctly to convert them into a client. Right now, that cost has went down dramatically. I've heard as much as 20 or 30%. So you guys have an opportunity to get in on the ground floor of something, test this out, see if it works for your business, and get a little bit more bang for your buck. All right, so how do you use Google AdWords? Really pretty easy, and you can get some free advice or some paid advice. And you'll want to visit their website to get started, and it's super easy. It's just ads.google.com. You're going to create a profile on there, and then you can get started. It's a little like I don't want to say overwhelming. It's actually pretty straightforward on how to use it. But at first, when you land on it, you're kind of like, I don't know what I'm looking at. So I was going to show you guys really quick, just a quick example of how to use Google AdWords. But I will tell you that when you sign up for Google AdWords, you will get free support from Google on the phone. Like you're actually going to talk to people from Google on the phone to give you advice on how to utilize this. So here's just an example really quick. This is what a Google Ads dashboard looks like when you log in to it. You can create a campaign. A campaign is a Google Ads campaign where you're creating keywords in Google AdWords to send them back to your website. It's going to take a long time for me to get through, and I am not going to go through it. But the key thing I want you to realize is that when you create a campaign, you just have to hit the plus button here. And then it asks you what your goals are. Do you want just more website traffic? Do you want to increase your sales? Do you want to generate more leads on your website? Do you just want people to know more about you with brand awareness? Generally, website traffic is probably the best one to get, because if your website's built correctly, as long as you get people there, you can keep them there. And then you want, what kind of campaign do you want? Most people would put search. They want to just drive more people to their website from searches. You would make sure that you put your website there. Select the ways that you want to reach your goal. You want people to go to your website. And continue. I'm just trying to get to the meat to where it shows you. I just want to show you how it actually suggests keywords for you. It's going to display in the search network and in the display network that I taught you guys about, where it shows up on apps and on the sides of different web pages. You can target people in all of the country for your service, or you can get specific in an area, like just Plainfield. This is where you enter your budget, how much money you want to spend per day on this. Obviously, you'll have to look at your budget and figure out what that is. What do you want to focus on? Do you want people to focus on clicks? Yeah. So I would just, as an example, put my budget at $5 a day. That's all I want to spend. We'll try this out for a month, see how it works. Now, there's a lot of different stuff in here. Google is going to help you through each and every step. The last thing I just want to show you is how it's going to allow you to, it's going to give you suggestions on which keywords to pay for. So this is going to allow you to get keyword ideas. Our service is Plainfield real estate, right? So if it were me and I was in here playing around, I would put in a keyword of Plainfield, Indiana real estate. And this is going to give you all of these keywords that you can add over here to your ad group. Plainfield real estate listings, Plainfield, Indiana, real estate, Plainfield homes for sale, houses for sale in Plainfield. These are all keywords that people use when interested in houses for sale in Plainfield. And these are the keywords that we pay for. Obviously, you can change this based upon your profession. Financial planner, Plainfield. This is a keyword by relevant. So best financial advisors. I would add Plainfield, Indiana to that at the end of it. So you can play around with these keywords and pick which keywords you want to pay for. And then after that, you'll create ads and then confirm with Google. You can have someone from Google on the phone with you during this whole process. Google knows you're going to pay for it, so they're willing to talk to you. Quick pro tip. You also should be able to find $100 pretty easily in getting started coupons for Google AdWords. If you can't find one, So literally just like Google $100 coupon, Google AdWords. And you should be able to find these out there pretty easily. If you can't, what I would do is register or express interest in Google AdWords. So like create an account, give them your address, give them your phone number, all that stuff, and don't actually check anything out or purchase anything just yet. And you'll find that they'll email you or mail you a $100 coupon very soon after you register. And I still get $100 coupons to this day, every once in a while in the mail, because they want you to utilize this. Side note, this isn't in my presentation, but there is, there's a lot of companies out there providing disaster relief because of coronavirus right now, and the government's involved in that, the Small Business Administration is involved in that. I think Level 2 is even doing a presentation on this, which is cool. But Google has a grant right now. If you just went to Google and typed in Google Disaster Relief Grant, Google's giving away something to the tune of like $300 or $400 million in free Google ads if you can just show them that your business has been adversely affected by coronavirus. So write that down and remember to do that. Just go to Google and type in Google Disaster Relief Grant. And you'll go to their website, you'll register, and then they'll roll out more information about who they're giving that money to and when. Just hope that stuff helps. Once you set up an account and you start paying for advertising, you are going to receive free guidance from Google Ads and the Google AdWords team on how to utilize the product and system, how to get better with it, and free guidance on keywords to pay for to get the most traffic to your site. Now, there's also people in digital marketing that can help you with this for a fee. We at our business, we decided just for the time that we are going to pay someone to manage our Google PPC budget. And so what they usually do is take 10 to 20% of your Google budget as a fee to manage it for you, to find what works, to look into what's working and what's not, remove the keywords that aren't working, push more money into the keywords that are working, and they do that for you. I'll give you some recommendations on that too. This is my last slide. Google AdWords pay-per-click conclusion, really. What should you invest in? Actually, my title is wrong here, guys. This is really a conclusion slide. What should you invest in? My opinion is you should invest in both SEO and Google PPC. I think that in order to have the absolute best exposure to your site, you want to have organic and paid traffic. Because remember, the paid traffic doesn't improve your organic rankings. So you need to make sure that your SEO is optimized, but you're also paying for ads if you can. Our experience is that Google PPC had our ship sailing faster, and SEO optimization keeps us sailing forever. So if we stay consistent, we keep providing content to our site, that blend is going to keep our ship fast and continue sailing and keep it from sinking down in the results. My advice would be, I would recommend you trying it out on your own first, because you're going to save money. And truthfully, once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. However, if you don't have the time or you get bogged down in the semantics of it, just reach out to my keyword here is a local digital marketing expert who will meet with you in person or a Zoom call. All right. And they'll get to know your product and service. And then they'll help you get this all in place, SEO and Google PPC. There's a lot of people, digital marketing experts out there, that do both of these things. They'll help you on SEO and they'll help you in PPC. And I really, really would strongly suggest that it's a local person who knows what you do and knows your place in the community, and they get to know your product and service. Because you guys could go to Google right now and you could look digital marketing expert, or help me with my SEO, or help me with my PPC. And there's these big national companies that are out there that, don't get me wrong, are very good at what they do. But they really don't get to know your service and like who you are and what helps you stand out and why you're good at what you do. And I think a local person is going to help you implement this a lot better. than a national campaign. It keeps a local business in place. So the more time, my advice is the more time that you spend on things that you aren't good at, the less time you spend on the things that you are good at. And the things that you are good at are the things that make your business money. And so if you find that you are not good at SEO optimization, or SEO, because that's the word optimization is in SEO. If you find that you're not good at SEO and you are not good at PPC, that's okay. Find somebody who is and spend time on doing what you are good at so you can bring more revenue into your business. Google PPC campaigns have been incredibly profitable for our business, but it doesn't mean that that's the case in all businesses. I put this here, conversion can of worms. There's a whole can of worms that I can't even have time to go into. And that is, if you are paying for pay-per-click advertising, you need to make sure that your website captures the information of the people that you just paid for to visit your website, and it provides valuable information for them on a consistent basis. And that's called website conversion. So please do not start spending money on pay-per-click advertising unless your website is actually going to capture the information of the people who you paid for to go there, if that makes sense. If you want some tips on just conversion, I'd love to help you. There's some real quick and easy things that you can do on your website to convert those paid people into a client. Also, there's a book out there called The Conversion Code. You can get it on Amazon. I think there's also an audiobook for it, maybe. I'm not sure. That book gives you very clear, concise directions on what to do on your website so that when you pay for traffic to land on your website, it actually converts them into a potential client. So get that book. It helped me a lot. Contacts for help. You can always reach out to me. I also know a local guy, his name is Jared, who works for Indianapolis Monthly, who will do Indianapolis digital marketing for you at a cost. They have Google Premier. They're a Google Premier partner, which means they have like this live dashboard that they'll share with you on all the campaigns that they run, and you can see like what's working, how much money you've spent, how much money you're making off the money you're spending, and all of this. And then they have all these email addresses that you can use for custom email messaging. That's just kind of the surface of what they do. But please also, you can always reach out to me. There's my contact information on just some quick tips and tricks to make your website a little bit definitely better in the search engine results. That is all I have. I hope this was good, valuable information for you guys. John, do you want to open it up for questions?
Sure. Does anybody have any questions for Patrick on what he was talking about? I do want to clarify a couple things real quick. From what I understand on the Google disaster relief, Patrick, it is for people who had previous ad accounts.
Okay.
Now you can search that on Google just to make sure. Facebook also has an ad grant for disaster relief. I know we're not talking about that right now, but if you do Facebook ads, something to look into. And then nonprofits have, if anybody here works for a nonprofit or knows nonprofits, there's an actual ad grants where Google will give you up to $10,000 a month for free of ads. There's quite a few things you have to do to jump through those hoops, but I just wanted to reiterate those things. So if anybody has any questions for Patrick, you can unmute yourself and then ask them, and I will try to look on the Facebook Live to see if anybody has any questions on that end. I know that's a little bit delayed, but we'll see.
I know I didn't explain it that well.
Any questions at all?
Patrick, I really don't have a question. I just wanted to say thanks for taking time to do this, because right now it's just I'm at an entry level spot, so just learning entry level from the standpoint of how this all works. So
Yeah,
just want to thank you for your time on doing that.
no problem. Yeah, my pleasure. I can tell you it works, guys. It's just going to take some time and effort. And obviously with PPC, it takes a little bit of money. So you have to budget it all.
Are there any questions? Yeah, thanks for sharing on the chat.
Yeah, no problem.
Patrick, I want to say thank you. We have another web conference on the in a week, so next Thursday, and it's in the evening time to try to get some changes for everybody. So, and that one is from Jordan Brown, who's also a Plainfield Chamber of Commerce member, and he owns Kairos Marketing Agency or something along those lines, and the Way Martial Arts, and he'll be doing a how to do a digital ad campaign and push it out via calendar. So that is with Jordan Brown. So that's next Thursday in the evening time, I think 5 o'clock, but you can look at our Facebook page for more info on that. All right, I'll need one last call for questions, and if I don't hear any, then we'll just say thanks to Patrick and thank you all for showing up. We will do a recording of this and post it on our Facebook page. So thanks again to Patrick for all the time that you put into this. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime. You guys always feel free to reach out to me. And if I can help, I will. And if I can't, I'll tell you that I can't. And it might be time to reach out to somebody who's better at it than I am.
All right, it doesn't look like we have any questions. So thanks, Patrick, and everybody have a wonderful week. Stay safe, and maybe we'll see you next Thursday.
Awesome. Bye, guys. Take care.